So we're going to start part 2 here, and part 2 is actually starting the same day I finished part 1. So I'm starting to add some foam in here, and I actually use that white bubble foam you get in packaging stuff because you get so much of it in the mail when you order stuff. And there's a little ramp there because that street goes up. There's going to be some foam back there for tree planting. I'm cutting out the piece that goes right here, which I'll show you in a minute. So what I use to cut the foam is this knife here. It's a Pampered Chef knife that I stole from my wife, and a sharpener, because what you have to do is you can get the hot wire cutter and cut this stuff, but this is not the kind of foam that's designed to be hot wire cut, so it makes a pretty nasty smell. So I just cut it with this knife, but I have to frequently sharpen the knife because you'd think that foam would not dull a knife, but it dulls it almost. But before I've finished cutting this lump out here for this hillside that's going to go between the two sections, I'll have sharpened this knife 4 or 5 times. Okay, so I've got all the landform shapes cut in out of the foam. This is that area where the creek would be, but in this case it's just going to be a hillside with trees, and I've got that on the other side there. The road will kind of fade behind there. And then we come over here and we've got all the hillside right there to put some more trees before we get to the paper mill. And then we have the hillside over there by the other end of the paper mill all cut in. And now I'm going to get some what do you call it, cloth, plaster cloth, and cover all this up. All right, more of the update here. I have pretty much finished up this road work right here and sanded it smooth. The one thing that I didn't catch in the drawings, or the drawings, the Google Maps things, is that this road right here splits, okay? So 201 came down this way, and then it went down here and turned into Main Street, or excuse me, River Street. And this road went up this way to be Main Street. So what I'm going to do, I think, is bring this road off here like it was in the prototype and come off the edge of the layout, and because the road splits right there, and just to be more accurate. Nobody will know but me, but it makes me feel better. So up here I'm actually laying in the roads, working in the road work here. I'm still using the Fast and Final. It looks real rough right now, but it goes on rough, and then I sand all the lumps out, and then I come back and put a nice smooth coat out, and then I got to do that middle section in there. I think I'm gonna have to go in there and clean that all out real good, and then I don't know if I'm gonna use Fast and Final or if I'm gonna use a piece of plastic sheet cut to fit in there, but that'll be where the roadway goes in through the middle of, or right around the TW Dick area. And then I'm just going to start working on this. Just make that duck into the tunnel there kind of disappear. Anyway, we're still working on it this weekend, and what I did do is I ran out of Fast and Final, so I've still got more roads to do over there, and I'll have to go out and get some more of that here. Work on that roads over there. All right, so now we have taken and covered all of our foam shapes with the plaster cloth. And I'm still working on the streets. I'm starting to get the smoothness to them now. Got the plaster cloth over those landforms there. I've gotten all of the first layer of Fast and Final down here where this street's going to be, and then that layer of plaster cloth over there. Got to let this dry overnight and come back and sand it in the next day and work on it again. And once I get all that street done, I'll come back and I'll actually start painting the areas that are going to have grass and field and stuff like that. The next thing I'm going to work on is actually this bridge right here. I've got to get that extra street coming off directly into where the camera is right now, get that abutment in there, and then I'm going to start building the bridge pieces that go on here after I paint this roadway the right color. All right, I've cut my abutment for the other side here that the road's going to sit on that goes across, which is the main street going down into Gardner. And once that's dried overnight, we'll come back and set the road surface on it. Back on the Cobbosseecontee, we've let the bridge abutment dry solid overnight. Actually, it dried solid over a couple of days here. It's Wednesday. Now I've just glued the road section in. Now this will all be covered by, along here, all be covered by Fast and Final. And then both of these will be built up as bridges from using that foam core board, but I'll use the bridge pieces and probably some evergreen to get the structure of the bridge built in. I'll just glue it directly to the foam board. All right, video update on the Cobbosseecontee branch. I have put the road pavement color in. I have put the base scenery color in. Matter of fact, I just got done painting most of this, so it's still wet looking. So you can see the road's coming down now. It'll obviously get weathered. I got some lighter paint, but what I use for a freshly painted road is this apple barrel pavement color. It comes out kind of a darker gray. It's not black, but as it dries, it gets even a lighter gray. And then there's other, matter of fact, I use these paints a lot. You can get them at Walmart and any place like that, but I use these a lot for scenery painting because they're just, you can get them for 99 cents or less. And if you look for the bin, you know, most of the colors that you like as a railroader aren't the popular colors, and you'll find them in the bargain bin. So I've also used a can of paint to paint the base dirt color or sand color, if you want to call it that. And basically what happened is when I went and bought the Fast and Final last week, I go to the rejected paint can rack and I find a nice tan or base color, and I buy those and use those for the base color. So it's never been the same on the whole layout. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to take you down here, and you can see the color down there is more of a yellowish light color, and then you've got the more of this grayish sand color here. But I don't care, because after you cover it up with all the different scenery stuff, it's in pretty good shape. But I think I'm done here for the night. I'm going to let it dry. And Barbie, you want to say hello? And Barbie, say hello to the audience. Yeah, she's been down here keeping me company. Yeah, now you want me to hold you. I know you want daddy time. Anyway, I'll show some more later.